Right, I figured it out. These people have kind of used forced monogamous marriages to, it's like, to try and keep people from being racist, but then at the same time it still creates race. I don't know what it was. I don't know why it forced monogamous. I don't understand how marriages, forced monogamous marriages became a law. But I know it causes things, biracial history. Here. Ah, there's this here kind of pressure changed a little bit better, but I had something on my mind. Like I figured out that this interracial marriages were illegal. So I want to go over the some aspects of what I would consider ambiguous racial heritage or biracial heritage. I was saying biracial. That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm thinking of everything as biracial heritage, but it's technically a better term for it is ambiguous racial heritage. Ambiguous racial heritage, where you don't ambiguous. These people have an ambiguous racial heritage. Ambiguous racial heritage is kind of question mark. Who, which, where. Now that's what I want to talk about as far as ambiguous racial heritage history. Okay. Now it causes these to have this inner conflict when you do not acknowledge when you don't have this acknowledgement of ambiguous racial heritage and it being a good thing and being proud of it. It causes kind of like a conflict between an inner conflict, not just between, and it's mainly seen with people with ambiguous racial heritage, and they get like they get they get like no one. It's hard to trust someone who says, "Well, I'm both black and white." For some reason, these people are, they don't really want to trust you. You gotta choose which side you're on, so we can, because they just don't mix. They keep drilling that into you. These cultures, they don't mix. You got to choose which side you're on. If you don't, we can't trust you. And it is not fair at all. And the reflection of that is they made it a crime for you to even have a true interracial marriage. They at first they didn't even have it so you could have monogamous interracial marriage, but now you can. They're like a real true interracial marriage. You would have either 3 or 4 partners, in this interracial marriage. And so what's happening is that there's now this tendency for these people to think of you as a crime before you're born, because it's still in there, like in their mind. Okay, we've got to spy on this person because before they're even born, these people, because we got to make sure that they're trained to know what side they're supposed to be on and what to, you know. And the reality is that if you go to one part of the globe, you got minorities that are considered majorities. And you go to another part of the globe, you have majorities that are considered minorities and minorities that are considered majorities. Because it's just some people there, in some places there are more people of one race than other places. Okay, and that's the fact of the matter. Okay, and what happened throughout history with black and white people, I think it was because the white people had like an advantage of being able to know how to build houses and shelter from the extreme weather of cold, gave them more and a weapons advantage because they have to have harder weapons, hard tools or whatever, and so they got this weapons advantage. It wasn't like they were smarter or or stupider than black people. It's just that because of the weather conditions, they had all of a sudden have this weapons advantage, and they just somehow think that that makes them smarter than black people, and so they can then make them slaves. And that's what happened. Okay, but they weren't any smarter or any stupider. That's just what happened. That's my perspective of it. Okay, and this is what I'm. This is why I'm. This is what my experience is now. With ambiguous racial heritage and the conflicts between, which side do you need to be on? Which side are we supposed to be on now for this child to be on? How are we going to raise this child if they don't understand that these people are doing, these people are treating like us like we're animals, and like we're less than these people. These people are, and these people are treating themselves like they're somehow superior to every other race on this earth, you know, is a serious, both of those are serious. Like, one is like an intimidating type of aspect, and the other one's like a pity tripping type of aspect. And then they switch with each other. Sometimes one will be intimidating, the other will be pity tripping, but they'll switch, between the two races. Sometimes the black people are intimidating, sometimes the white people are intimidating, and pity tripping, and then you're just like stuck in the middle of this crap, and whoa, like, whoa, just let me be who I am, you know. So that's the way that I'm seeing this here, and the main reflection that we still have today of this struggle or this conflict is that we're forcing monogamous marriages, and in some cases, celibacy by condemning masturbation like it's some horrid crime and it's killing thousands of people, innocent people every day, which is not the case. Matter of fact, it might be even more the case that celibacy is because of the fact that you are condemning masturbation, and also condemning polygamy and polyandry and polygyny, and condemning those things, and saying which side are you on there. And so it's basically you're doing the same thing with race that you were doing, trying to say which side are you on. I was like, well, which side are you on, monogamy or the polygamy side? Which one is? You can't be on both. You can't be on both sides. No, you gotta choose. We gotta choose. You gotta choose which side you're on. You know, otherwise we're never gonna be able to trust you. This is some serious stuff here. You're gonna go to hell for that. You understand? This type of mental brainwashing that the people have been captured by these ideologies that are or that are just tarnished. Like, they may have come from some type of truth at one point, but then it got exploited, maybe financially. Maybe, well, if we can get more, we could probably get more people into our religious group and get them more. If we got their mind captured into only monogamous marriages, not letting them choose, and then we can make a whole religion based on what race you are while we're at it, or based what, and then that's like, okay, so now now your race is a religion now all of a sudden, and that's not true. Your race is not a religion. So, I just need to, I'm just thankful that I have some place to put this, to express this somewhere, That's what I've been figuring out, working on, and trying to contribute to my aspect of what, I don't know if it wasn't taught when I was growing up, but this ambiguous racial heritage is not really taught. And this is what I have to say about this ambiguous racial heritage. This is my little mini school, if you want to call it that. Okay, so thank you for listening and paying attention.